Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to a very special playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. We've done many challenge runs, many speed runs, many mod runs of Final Fantasy VII. This one will probably be the most unique run we've ever done of the game. It is going to take a bit of explaining, though, so stick with me here for a moment. Apologies, but I got to explain it. So, this will be... basically, I think I'm going to be calling this the Aerith Revenge Challenge. The one goal of this challenge, the one rule of this challenge is we must defeat Safer Sephiroth with Aerith. So I think I'm going to go the extra mile and actually like hit him with the rod as the final hit. But that is the challenge. Defeat Safer Sephiroth with Aerith on original PS1 console. So that means we can't warp or anything like the PC version. This is on original console, and we have to defeat Safer Sephiroth with Aerith. So that is the only rule. We're allowed to do whatever else we want. Obviously, no cheating, Game Shark, etc. But other than that, there's no other rules. That's the only rule. Beat Safer Sephiroth with Aerith. So how are we going to do that? Well, this is going to be a really interesting playthrough because we're actually going to be speed running, quote unquote, Midgar, because we want to hit a certain in-game time at about 2 hours and 16 minutes, which will allow us to set up Disc 1 skip, which is a brand new speedrun skip that was just found a little bit ago. And this will allow us to skip the entirety of Disc 1 and get from Midgar to the Forgotten City and fight Genova Life. We'll actually see the Aerith death scene, but Aerith will stay in our party. Now, this is going to have a lot of side effects. For one, because we have to speed run through Midgar, we have to miss a lot of stuff. We're going to be pretty low leveled, and Aerith is actually going to be level 1 when we get her because we're going to do the guard skip. So she's going to be even weaker. And we're going to get out of Midgar. We're going to have a super weak, under-leveled party that doesn't even have a lot of the stuff that you can pick up in Midgar. And then we're going to do Disc 1 skip, and we're going to end up in the City of the Ancients with a super underleveled party, and then we have to figure out what to do then, how to get our party leveled up, how to survive having not only a super low leveled party, but we've missed all of the content of Disc 1. Once we get Highwind, we'll be able to go back and grab some stuff, but Temple of the Ancients, all that stuff is permanently lost. Cosmo Canyon, that stuff's permanently lost. All sorts of stuff is going to be permanently lost. So this is kind of like half a speed run, half a challenge run. The beginning is going to be a speed run, and then once we get through Disc 1 skip, it's a challenge to figure out how to make our party work and get to the end of the game. And then we're going to have a little fun experiment time where we get to figure out how to boost Aerith to the point where she can defeat Safer Sephiroth. So it's going to be a really unique playthrough, a mixture of a lot of different things. But yeah, that's about it. We're on original PS1 console, an actual PS1, not even a PS2. And that's actually important for the Disc 1 setup later, which I'll explain. But with that, we're just going to go. Just going to load. There we go. My PS1 is a little scuffed, so hopefully it doesn't like die at some point. I had a hard time getting the disc to work, but I think it's good once it's going. Maybe we'll have to make sure we save before Disc 2 in case it doesn't read Disc 2, but other than that, it should be fine. It's not going to be Aerith only, no. I thought about maybe trying that, but I think it'd just be more fun to just play through normally. It's still going to be tough because we're all going to be low leveled and have like no equipment for a while. Especially Whirlwind Maze is going to be interesting. Yeah, I will only take Aerith out of the party when I have to, which, by the way, I actually need to look up the scenes that crash. There's 4 scenes that soft lock the game if you have Aerith in the party when you're not supposed to. So I got to make sure I take her out of the party for those scenes. But every other scene, we should be able to have her just fine. So I'll keep her in the party as much as I can. And then obviously for Safer Sephiroth, I might even do like a solo Safer Sephiroth with Aerith for fun points. But I'm not doing any kind of like specific, you know, kill everybody in the party and only use Aerith kind of thing. We're just going to have fun for the second half. But yeah, so like I said, we want to hit a very specific in-game time for the skip. The skip is possible on any game time, but there's one specific game time that really helps it work on PS1 a lot easier. So we're going to shoot for that. In order to get that, we need to get through Midgar in about 2 hours, which is not too tough to do, but I'm also not a console speedrunner. I'm a PC speedrunner, so my knowledge of the console run is only what I know from the PC run. So I would imagine we'll get out around the 2 hour mark if everything goes to plan. And I'll be doing like safety saves too, so that'll slow things down a bit. But yeah, we're on the clock. We need to get through Midgar as quick as we can. If we miss that in-game time, it will very much complicate things. No, I don't know step count on console at all. It's different, and I don't know it, so we won't be doing it. Also, yeah, we have 0 magic defense in this version. Isn't that great? Just gonna go with the speedrun names. Aerith is gonna be Aerith, though, because we skip naming her. Irisu. So yeah, for those of you that weren't around for my practice of Disc 1 skip, I learned it in about 5 hours. And then I did a whole stream, back end of a stream, where I attempted it and failed. And then we did another stream where I attempted it and I got it on my first attempt. And that's all I've done. I only got the one successful attempt, so this will be my second successful attempt. When we get there. And it is slightly different on PS1 than PS2. PS2 has a different lag between fields. So there's a different time we have to go to match up with the in-game time we want. It's a 3-second delay versus a 4-second delay. But other than that, it's the same. Yes, it's a PS1 Pro. As in PS1 that's about ready to walk out the door. About ready to be in the trash heap. Thank you, Seraphic and Rod. Appreciate you guys for the gifted subs. And thanks everyone who's here for this. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, this is on PS1, but it is upscaled. So it is clearer to a fault. Some of the models upscaled in this game look really wonky. But it's part of the charm. Might be a good idea to actually just kill these. Get a little extra XP, because we're going to need it. And it's not that much slower. Well, actually, these guys are kind of slow. But It's not that much slower to kill these than to run away, and I get gonna want a little more experience and a little more money too. We want a little more money. These guys give like no money, so it's not really worth, but we want a little more money because we want to buy some grenades for Genova Life, funnily enough. You'll see why when we get there. But yeah, the big challenge here is just getting out of Midgar in 2 hours, which shouldn't be too big of a problem, but can be if things go bad. I'm more than capable of getting out in 2 hours, but I just cast ice. Yes, I did. But if things go wrong, it can go south, you know? When's the last time I speedran Final Fantasy VII? Quite a while ago. It's been a bit. Yeah, on PC, we get to Motorball in like 120 something. On console, even a good runner, it takes longer just because it's a longer... Everything loads slower. But also take into account that I'm not a console runner, so it's going to be slower too because I don't know the strats. So like I said, I'm figuring around 2 hours is when I get out. Which is fine. Gives us 16 minutes of leeway. We need to get out of Midgar, and we need to capture a Chocobo before 2:16. To be precise. How's it going, Zero Type? It'd be sweet if we could. Gonna have Aerith kill True Sephiroth. I did that once, I remember. We like modded it in once on stream for fun. That was a long time ago. I think we do Bolt here. And then we limit. So we get an extra hit. Actually, we do 2 bolts, then the limit. So this takes advantage of limit priority because normally if I attacked with Cloud here, he would counter. And I can even chain a big shot. Look at that. And that was a crit, I think? Holy crap, this is like the most cracked Guard Scorpion fight ever. I should be speedrunning for real. Had Death paid me the money he owes me? Man, I could have, like, possibly skipped that phase. That was a crazy fight. Had Death paid me the money he owes me from losing 3 bets in a row, I could have bought that Genshin DLC. Make sure my saves are working. Yeah, I'm glad I made that, because it's hard to explain it quickly. So, like, yeah. No, it's a bit too big of a comment to pin, I think. It's in the title. That if people ask, people are dropping it in the chat, so I think it's fine. Thanks, though. I'm still shocked at how many differences the J version has. Especially after figuring out the flag thing. Yeah, I didn't know what to call this challenge, because, like, you know, there's no real, like, official name to give it, so I just had to come up with something. I think the name kind of gives you an idea of what it is, so I think it's a good name. It was a terrible fight. Good. Man. First reactor feels so slow on PS1. Yes, what Ace said. He runs PC. How's it going? He? Welcome. You don't get banned for not reporting things correctly. They just correct it. I was gonna say, let's go for Aerith date since we're doing an Aerith playthrough. But we're skipping the Aerith date. Yeah, I don't wanna say anything about that because I'm not much for drama and I don't know P-Town very well, so it's unfair of me to really say anything about it, but I had thought that there was some kind of issue with him in the past. And so maybe it just happened again, but I do not know, and I don't want to say anything because I don't, you know what I mean? I do not like to talk on that stuff unless I have done my research. So I will leave it at that. I mean, I'm fine, like, if somebody, like, cheats and I know they cheated and I know the history of what happened, then I'm more than happy to say, yes, you know, that happened. But, like, I just don't know, and I would not want to spread misinformation about somebody in our community. That's the last thing I want to do. So. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like what I had read. Now that you mention that, that sounds right. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Because I do not know. I do not know Jesse skip on console, so I'm gonna give it a hilarious attempt, and I'm gonna fail it. But it'll be funny. Feel free to keck W when I miss this. This is not even gonna be close. I have no idea what the lineup would be. It's probably similar, but... Oh man, that actually looked kind of close. I might have actually just missed the circle press. That might have actually been the right position. I was going CW. I was going Optimus. Sorry you got your points eaten there. They're paused at the moment. Yeah, if you have any questions about this, feel free to ask. It's a very unique challenge run. I'll do my best to explain. I don't want to explain like the whole thing every time. That's why I have the command. But like if something in the command doesn't make sense, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to explain it. It'll make more sense when we get there, when we get to the skip as well. And after the skip, it's basically just a low-level run with a bunch of equipment missing and characters missing. PC world record speedrunner fumbles every PS1 skip. Let's go. I'll get the last laugh when I hit guard skip in like 2 seconds. When I get guard skip first try, I'll be laughing. Yeah, if you get banned from SRC, you cheated something. That's like the only way. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone getting banned on SRC without cheating. I mean, maybe if you're like spamming the boards or something. I don't know, but there's like no shot. I don't know. I've never heard of that. Yeah, every single one of these is a gold split. Even though I don't even have splits. Just imagine them all being gold splits. That's true. I mean, like, that doesn't normally happen. That's like really kind of nuts. Like if you cheat on a Final Fantasy VII speedrun, you don't get banned from SRC. How old am I? I'm 5,000. I'm at the age now where when someone asks me how old I am in a public conversation, I freeze and don't remember. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm at the age where the number doesn't matter to me anymore, so when people ask me, I'm like, duh. Jealous of all the people that were born in 1990 who can just, like, rattle off their age. I gotta do a whole, like, math formula to figure out my age. Well, it's 10. Take the year that we're at right now, and then add 10, and then subtract 2, and then, did I have my birthday this year yet? So -1. Imagine being born in 2000, it's even more free. Imagine being born in, like, 2017. Forget it. My son was born in 2017, my oldest. Forget it. No one's ever gonna know his age. That's like calculus. I have 2 boys. A 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. It's weird saying that my 4-year-old is 4. I keep thinking he's 3, but he just had his birthday. We're hoping for a girl, but you don't really get to... I mean, you can pick, but it's not smart to pick. Technically, you can pick, but it's a complicated thing. Alright, hardest part of the run coming up. I have to not do the materia thing. It's genuinely really hard to do when you're not paying attention. Got a hard focus here. Alright, we did it. I've thrown away several PC runs to that freaking tutorial. Alright, I don't remember how many grenades we need. It's like 27 or 28, I think. Let me think. I actually might... we'll just go full speedrun mode. We're just gonna go full speedrun mode. It's gonna possibly overcomplicate things when we get to the skip, but we go fast. Alright, let's see if I can do this. I think I did the left movement wrong. This might work. If not, I have to reset. Yeah, let's reset. Yeah, I didn't do the thing right. So for those that don't know, this skips all of Airbuster and all of the second bombing mission. But it also has a really funny side effect. We never name Aerith. So Aerith goes with the default name in the code and also starts at level 1 because she never goes through her little logic that decides what level she should be. And what's really interesting is that even though when the name character screen comes up, her name is Aerith in this version, the actual default name in the code is Aerith. So we get Aerith instead of Aerith on the PS1 version, which is really wild. And she's stuck like that. We can't change it now. She's Aerith for the whole game. So those of you that are like, her name isn't Aerith, it's Aerith, you can rejoice. Settles the debate forever. Also, if you're one of those people that look at people that name her Aerith because they grew up calling her Aerith like their entire life and only found out that it was Aerith later, but they still call her Aerith because they have a connection to the character and they like that name, and it's a freaking made-up character in a video game and they can call her whatever they want, and you're like, no, it has to be Aerith because I'm right and you're wrong, get friends or something. I don't know. Go outside. Have some talks with some other human beings, perhaps. That drives me insane. Don't understand why people are like that. Like, if you want to call her Aerith, that's fine, but like, I have seen people that are like, no, if you call her Aerith, you're wrong, and I hate you, and you're mislabeling the character, and I'm like, bro, her name was Aerith for like 15 years. Like, what do you want him to do? It's a made-up character in a video game. Nobody cares. Sorry. You already got Aerith in the remake, okay? You can be happy about that. Just be happy that her name is now Aerith officially. You can be happy without putting other people down, is the point I'm trying to get at here. Yo, Yet! With a sub bomb in the chat. In house with the 4 months as well. Thank you. So we're actually doing all of this correctly instead of just flying through it because we want Cloud to get picked because it's quicker. Instead of having to do the extra fights if you get Cloud picked. So it's actually faster to do all this. There was a time a long time ago where we actually got Tifa picked. But that didn't last very long. I think it was in New Game Plus we got Tifa picked. Maybe we still do. Do we still do that in New Game Plus? I don't think so. But yeah, because of Gil Toss being so strong, it was actually faster to just let Tifa get picked. Then you just blast the soldiers with Gil Toss. How's it going, Cad? I know, I'll never forget that either. That was such a great moment. Alright, make sure you pick the bottom options. Don't just smash through this text. Yeah, I ain't doing bar skip. I'm not trying to soft lock the game. I'm pretty sure it is the same on console though, so I probably could do it, but if you screw up that skip, you soft lock, so. Thanks, Bishop. We're gonna be doing it again here in about an hour. Can Aerith witness her own death at the Forgotten Capital waterfall? Yes. She can. It's pretty funny. Dude, I feel bad for bringing this up, okay? But I have to, because it's one of the funniest YouTube comments I think I've read in a long time. Somebody commented and said, if you bring Aerith to the waterfall scene, can you read the ancient text on the altar? I was just like, I don't... How do I even answer this? Do I just tell him how, like, what a video game is? I don't... Like, I don't know if I can go general enough to answer that, honestly. I think at that point you just say yes. I mean, just give the guy, like, hope, I guess. I don't know. Just give them some hope, you know? Sometimes you just gotta let people hope. Even lore-wise, she wouldn't be able to read it. Oh god, what was that lag? Dude, my PS1 is... It's bad. It's bad, man. It's real bad. I might be buying a new PS1 halfway through this challenge. You just bow to the absurd and move on. Yeah, I don't know. That's wild. That is wild. We're gonna save here. Shouldn't be a problem, but do not want to do wall market twice. Does she remember Zach? Yo, good thought. We should try that. Wait, you named your daughter Lucrezia without realizing it's a Final Fantasy VII name? I must ask, where did you find that name? Like, where does that name come up in normal looking for names? Roman. Oh, she's like into Roman. That's really cool. That's really cool. I really like when people give their kids names with like an intent, you know? It's not just, let's come up with a weird name. I named my kid Marshbag. With intent. With intent. He's gonna grow up and take over Marsh's stream and no one will know the difference. Yo, thank you, Zro, for the 100 bits. Thank you, man. Bro, my oldest got absolutely cooked at school the other day. They had a competition where everyone was trying to spell each other's last names. And if, like, you couldn't spell someone's last name, you were out. And my son's last name, my last name, was literally a spelling word on their previous spelling test. So he just cooked out first round, easy. I felt so bad. Like, no, man. I can't even... What am I supposed to do? The family name is ruined. Dishonor to the family. You should have a normal Italian last name like Pizza Spaghettioni. That's my favorite Italian last name. Pizza Spaghettioni. Why do you guys think I'm Italian all of a sudden? I'm not Italian. What about me is protruding Italian? I don't. Everyone just decided I'm Italian now. When did this happen? As an Italian, you kind of look Italian. Is it the fact that my son's dressed up as Mario and Luigi for Halloween? Is that why? Did that give it away? Yeah, I'm not any Italian, actually. I'm zero Italian. I think the biggest section of my ethnicity is Austrian. My great-great-grandmother moved to the United States from Austria during Hitler's reign. And then my second biggest ethnical background is Native American on my dad's side. So I'm a Native American Austrian living in Ohio. Extremely believable. Yeah, the Italian section of Austria. Pizza Town. Pizza Town, Austria. That's where my family heralds from. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty American. Like, those two only make up like 30% of me. They're just the biggest chunks, but I'm pretty American. I have a lot. I'm actually gonna pick this up. Usually we don't in the speedrun, but it's right there. Might as well pick it up. We're gonna want it later. You're 1/4 British? I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, pretty much. PC any percent does not grab a lot of anything. And New Game Plus picks up even less. We are going to pick up this extra ether. And this extra high potion. We are going to want it. We're going to want the extra grenades. For sure. I found out the hitbox for this is like super dumb. I can't speak today. It's really bad. I need to go back to bed. The hitbox for that is super dumb. It's like really far left. Like if you stand on the right side of that thing and try to grab it, you can't grab it. It's my Italian accent coming through. To turn that down, people won't understand what I'm trying to say. It's a me, Mario. Oh, sorry. Apologies. Hope they have lots of spaghetti. People are going to start thinking I'm Italian with how much we watch the Super Mario movie in this household. Do you ever feel an irresistible urge to jump into random pipes? No. How's it going, Daniel? Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, I had a great weekend. Great weekend. I've been having an issue with my boys lately. They've been, like, really misbehaved. And so we haven't been able to, like, do anything fun together because they're always misbehaving and I can't reward them with fun things when they're misbehaving. But this weekend they were really good, so we got to do some fun stuff. And I was saying earlier I got them some boxes to put Pokemon cards in, and I did like a little mini draft with them where I let them pick cards back and forth. It's really fun. My oldest is about at the age where I can start teaching him how to play the game. That'll be fun. They're starting to get really into it. I gave them some cards like a month ago with the idea of like, you know, here's these Pokemon cards. Your goal is to keep them safe. And if you can prove to me that you can keep them safe, like in a week if they're not destroyed, then I'll give you more. So kind of just a take care of your stuff lesson, you know, but also being able to share Pokemon cards with them at the same time. So win-win. They actually did. They at first they didn't take care of their cards, and then I didn't give them any more, and then they were like, oh crap, we should probably take care of these, and then they started taking care of them. And now I got them a box to put them in, so it'll be easier for them to take care of them. I didn't give them anything, you know, I just gave them the cards and said, if these are intact next week, I'll give you more. And just left them to their own devices. It did not go well. It did not go well at all. I found them laying around. Pretty much every day I found a new card laying somewhere. Like under the kitchen sink, stuffed under the fridge. Just finding them laying everywhere. In the washing machine. I need to teach them not to trade for fakes. I'm gonna teach them not to trade, period, because kids on the playground are actual demons who will do anything to take people's cards. The amount of stories I've heard from people of people just stealing cards, like, I feel like everyone has a story of somebody on the playground stealing their cards or giving them a bad trade on purpose or whatever. Like it was anarchy on the playground. No, it shouldn't be stretched. This should be native. It's upscaled, but it's not stretched. At least I don't think I stretched it. How's it going, figure? I forced my younger brother to trade a left arm of Exodia for a Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Dark Magician, and Summon Skull. What was that other kid doing? What kid wouldn't take that trade? Like, from a kid standpoint. It's like 2 awesome dragons and like the card everyone wants for like an arm. I know it's Exodia, but like, I don't know. As a kid, I would have been like, yeah. I guess if it's like the starter deck card versus like a random pool Exodia piece, but us kids did not understand the difference at all, so. Yeah, I mean, we knew nothing about starter cards being worth less or anything back then. Wouldn't have been able to tell if it was or not. Yo, thank you, Swamp. Thanks for the Prime, man. Appreciate you. I made all my friends hate Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of feel bad about it. My older brother was really into Magic, and he got me into Magic. So as a kid, I collected Pokemon and Magic. Like a really young kid, right? So I understood, like, deck building way more than a normal kid would because my brother got me into Magic early. And so when Yu-Gi-Oh! Came around, that was a lot of kids' first card game, or it was their first card game since Pokemon. So they were kind of learning the ropes of like how to build decks and stuff. Don't you dare steal anything. Meanwhile, I like very much understood how to build a deck. And so my friends spent a bunch of money on like Blue Eyes, Summon Skull, Dark Magician. Like this was like right when Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out, right? So they spent like a bunch of money on like really expensive cards, and like my other buddy bought the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie just to get the Shining Blue Eyes that was in it, like the promo card you get. And I went to the card shop and bought like a literal $10 deck full of Burn and like Fissure and Dark Hole and just the most like abusive destroy creatures burn deck ever, back before they realized how good Burn was, and just absolutely smoked all my friends with like a $10 deck, and they hated it. And they like hated Yu-Gi-Oh! For it. I mean, it was just the most brutal, like, I play Celtic Guardian and Karibo, and I sacrifice both for Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then I use my Call of the Dragon to bring out 2 more Blue Eyes, and then I fuse them all together into Ultimate Blue Eyes Dragon. Fissure. It was bad. It was really bad. Fissure, Monster Reborn. Change of Heart, Fissure, Monster Reborn. The game was so bad when it first came out. Like, fusion monsters were so hilariously bad. And stuff like Delinquent Duo existed. Like, it's just the most stupid cards ever. Yeah, like, I don't even blame people for, like, soft banning cards in their friend groups, because, like, the game was so bad. Can I release a save after the skip? I mean, if you DM me, I could get you a save on PC, but I don't have any way to give you a console save. I remember when Wave Motion Cannon came out, and I was like, my friends already hate me. Do I want to put this in my deck, or do I just pretend like it doesn't exist? How's it going, Mav? It's going well so far. Shut up, Tifa. Just join our Discord. Then I'm like at the top. It wasn't about winning, it was about sending a message. What's, hold on, I gotta focus. We need, 360 money, I think, right? Is that right? I hope it's right. 300 for the batteries. 60 for something else. I think. Maybe I just need 300 for the batteries. I don't remember. What's the stupid Yu-Gi-Oh card that they gave away at tournaments? Victory Dragon? Where, like, you play it, and what does it do? It's like, it, like, I can grab it. It's just sense. It's not really important, but you, like, win the duel if you play it or something. I don't remember. Some really stupid gimmick card. Right, that's what it is. You win the whole match. Not the, like, you win a best of 3. Like, why did they make that card? They troll so hard in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's crazy. Even Mechanical Chaser was like such a BM card. Early Yu-Gi-Oh! Was all about the 4-star drops, and the best 4-star drop in the game at 1800 attack, and at tournaments they would give away Mechanical Chaser that at 1850. So like if you were a tournament player, you just got this card that was so much better than everyone else's cards. Which I just find really funny. Well, when Mechanical Chaser came out, Gemini Elf wasn't there. There was like a small time period where, but then they released Gemini Elf later. Yo, good luck, Retro. Billy beep bop, billy lily bop, billy beep bop, billy lily boo.